If it's fast, then it's comfortable. This is how Ukrainians speak about air transportation within the country.
If you need to get somewhere quickly, then I guess flying a plane is a convenient thing to do.
Мені здається, що це дуже зручний.
I think this is a very convenient and fast transport. If we take, for example, Poland or Germany, where one can easily get from one airport to another by plane in the middle of the country, I think this is a very convenient way out.
Менше часу витрачати.
If people spend less time on the road, perhaps they will have more opportunities to travel.
Я вважаю, що
I believe that especially in those cities where there are no airports at all, it is very difficult to plan one's flights. It's when you need to get first to another city by minibus or by train and then get to the airport somehow.
Now, the trip from, for instance, Mariupol to Lviv takes on average a day by train, 17 hours by car and only 1.5 hours by plane. There are 11 officially registered airports in the country. 2 of them, in Donetsk and Luhansk, not controlled by Ukraine now, were destroyed during the hostilities. Another one in Mariupol city is closed. The rest, in most cases, are still far from European standards.
63% level of compliance is not high enough speaking of the airports. The figure is now approaching the global average, but we have work to do to bring it closer to the European average.
This year, the Cabinet of Ministers has allocated 2,400 million hryvnias, that is a bit more than $94 million, for the reconstruction of regional airports in Kherson, Vinnytsia and Rivne cities, as well as for building of an airport in Dnipro within the framework of the big construction program announced by President of Ukraine in early 2020.
Odessa Airport is already completing construction for new one and reconstruction of the existing runways. This makes us very happy. We are pleased with the results of work in the city of Zaporizhia. Its airport now reaches the level of the leading airports of Ukraine.
The plans for the next year include the development of airports in Poltava and Chernivtsi cities, as well as construction of new ones in Donbas and the Transcarpathian region. Now they are looking for a suitable place for them.
Well, the first issue for the construction and development of these airports is security, which must be ensured in those regions. When this issue is clear, then the construction site for the corresponding airports will be determined. Namely, we are talking about 1 or 2 airports in Donetsk and Luhansk regions.
The development of regional transportation has become even more relevant after the signing of the agreement on a common aviation space with the European Union.
We were in favor of opening up the airspace as quickly as possible in order, first of all, to develop our airports so that air transportation would appear there and for residents and make flights cheaper for them.
The agreement on a common aviation space will not only allow Ukrainians to travel more in Europe, but it will also increase competition in the air transportation market, which may ultimately reduce ticket prices. Reported by Vadim Kramer and Yulia Hranovska, UATV News.